Okay guys, for today's strategy, I will be going over this super amazing indicator. I would be showing you some amazing setups you could use for this indicator to make really huge amount of money. And I will be revealing every details as it is all free of charge. We do not charge for our trading ideas and strategies as they are totally free. Why charge for it when we also make money trading with them? So support the channel by smashing the like button, subscribing and sharing this video as it helps the channel's growth. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts for other traders' insight on how you can develop well-profiting strategies. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay guys, so for today's strategy, we are looking at the United States dollar Japanese yen, and we are on the 4 hours time frame. Please note that this method does not really work on smaller time frames, but you can really check it out to see if it would though, or maybe tweak settings a little bit, and add some few other stuffs though. So let's move on. Now, for this video, the super amazing indicator is the Aroon indicator. Now what a lot of you don't know is that there are a lot of ways to modify an indicator to better dance to the tunes of the market. For this method, let's go ahead and add the Aroon to the chart, as we would be going over all the important details you should note. If you must add this to your algorithm, and note that this strategy itself can be followed without adding any extra indicator to the chart, just for newbies who just started trading and do not know where to start. Okay guys, bring up the settings so we would be adjusting some of the features. Now because we are just trying out to see how amazing this indicator is, we won't be changing its input. Let's just change the Aroon up to green, and Aroon down to red, for better understanding of this strategy. Now as we all know, this indicator is intended to quantify the strength of a trend, as it has its highest values at 100 and its low values at 0, and as most people use it, they tend to take into consideration the crossover between the two lines, as the green line represents the bullish momentum, and the red line indicates a bearish momentum, but that is not the case for today's video. Now to complete our settings on this indicator, we would be adding 2 band lines to this indicator for maximum profit. Now add your first line to the indicator and set the values at 50. Go ahead and add the second band line and set the values at 100. Now let's go over the conditions for a valid trade entry, as we would be going over the errors to avoid while using this method, as well as showing some live examples to make you better understand how the strategy works. Now for short positions, we would want to see the cross happen above the 50 band line, as well as having the red Aroon cross above the green Aroon is our first confirmation. Then we would have to wait till the red Aroon reaches the 100 band line as our second confirmation, before we open trade if the next candlestick retains the Aroon on the 100 band line. So here we see we met our conditions, as we still had the Aroon red on the next candlestick, so we would be placing a sell stop order at this candlestick. Now since we are still trying out this method, there's no fixed profit target, but our stop loss is at the recent swing high. So let's see the highest pips attained if we opened a trade here. So we see we made more than 1% of our account size. Now let me give errors to avoid, as it is an important part of this method. So here we see we had the red Aroon cross above the green Aroon, while the cross happened above the 50 band line, but we won't be taking this trade, as the next candlestick pulled the Aroon out of the 100 band line. Now in situations like this, we only give it until the next candlestick to bring the Aroon back to the 100 band line, and if it does not happen in our next candlestick, then we would be avoiding this trade entirely, and as we could see that the next candlestick happens to draw the red Aroon further far from the 100 band line, so we would be avoiding this trade entirely. So here is a sell trade we would have taken. As explained previously, we see we met our conditions, but next candlestick happened to pull the red Aroon from the 100 band line, and as we waited for the next candlestick, which got us back on the trade as it pulled the Aroon back on the 100 band line, so we would be taking this trade. So let's see how much profit we would have made. now we would have made more than 3% of our account size. But as you know, we wouldn't be exiting this trade at this point, as we wouldn't know when a price reversal could occur. So make sure you watch our risk management video, as I would be leaving the link to the video in the description below. So don't forget to check it out, in order to figure out the best possible ways to profit from this strategy. Now let's move to more errors to avoid while using this strategy, as we try to make sure we give out all the details of using this highly profitable strategy. So here is a sell trade we would have avoided, as we see that we had the cross above the 50 band line, but the red Aroon failed to reach the 100 band line before it changed direction, as it shows there isn't enough sellers at the current market situation. So we won't be taking this type of trades. Okay guys, because of time, let's go over some examples to help you better understand this strategy. But please note that exactly the opposite is true for our long signal. Do not forget to click the link to our spreadsheet, where we ranked most of our strategies, to help you better add more trading strategies to your arsenal. At least the first 8 strategy would worth your time. And please also do not forget to check the playlist to our trading ideas, as we have a lot of single indicator tested for maximum profit, which was not included on the spreadsheet ranking. So now, let's quickly go over some examples for this method. So as we could see here, we had our cross above the 50 band line, but this entry was not valid, as we had the Aroon reverse back down from the 100 band line on the next 2 candlestick, so we would skip this trade. Now, this next trade was valid because we had our cross above the 50 band line, while we equally got our Aroon green on the 100 band line. Now notice the Aroon green pulled back from the 100 band line on the next candlestick, but moved back up towards the 100 band line on the second candlestick, before we go ahead to place our entries. Notice how smooth the trade went. Why we do it this way is because few sellers left in the market try to sell off their commodity, as they notice there is enough bullish momentum in the market. Now let's move on. So here we notice we would have made a loss on this short position, as we could see that when we got the sell order, our Aroon red remained on the 100 band line on the next candlestick. So we would have taken a trade here, but would have made a loss though. But as we can see here, it was not long before we got a buy order, and we could see the next candlestick got us into this trade. So we would be entering this trade as all our conditions were being met, and we could see the massive profit we could have made. So make sure to watch the risk management video, in order to get enough profit exiting trades. Let's move on. So this next signal occurred above the 50 band line, but we would not take this trade as the red Aroon did not meet our conditions. But this next long position would have been valid, as we go our conditions met. So we would have taken another trade at this point, although we would have made a little profit from this trade. Also, the next bullish signal was not valid, as we can see that the green Aroon did not meet up with our conditions. So guys, please watch out for the upgraded version of this strategy, as we would be releasing it very soon. We would be going over another super entry method that you could combine with this strategy, in order to make more financial gains in the market. Okay guys, I guess we have to stop here due to the length of the video. I hope the methods for entry was clear enough. You could tweak the settings of this Aroon to better get more profitable entries in other lower time frame. Don't forget to smash the like button, and see you on the next one.